Hey, what is up guys, Bongonzo here. So I'm going to be making a beat in Cakewalk with Bandlab today, and it's going to be a fire beat, I already know. I've been really developing myself as a beat maker. I've been making tons and tons of beats over and over, and I just want to show that with you guys today. So let's get into it. Woo! That's so far. So I think I'm gonna add probably some sort of guitar on. I'm thinking a guitar. I made a beat this morning using a guitar. Yeah, that's gonna be the first one, and the second one can go like right here. And I'll change this note this time. So instead of being here, it's gonna be. Let's keep it the same note. And then we'll probably add some Echo Boy to that. That's fire. I think I'm gonna add an organ in. And this is a free organ plugin. I'm not sure if it's still free. You know, the B3 organ. So it sounds really, really nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it at the default preset at the beginning. And we're just going to add some like filler, like bloop, bloop. So yeah, I just made like a huge like tone with this organ sound. Bah! It's just gonna play out, and I'm gonna add some reverb to it. I'm gonna add this crystallizer plugin to really like mess it all up. You can make like basically like volume automation kind of things with this. And I'm gonna turn this up probably and see if we can do. So I had someone on stream ask me about how I use my snares, and that's perfectly fine. I usually start out with the pattern like this. It's the most simple pattern possible. It's just a simple like. But to add more groove to that, what I usually do is I'll put notes around here to make them shorter just for the sake of them looking. And I'll turn them down a little bit in velocity so that they're not quite as loud. And if you listen to this, it has just more rhythm and groove to it. And he was actually asking, why do you use snares to do that? And why don't you use like perks instead? But I mean, there's no rules to this kind of stuff. You can just go crazy with whatever you want. Like for example, I could hit T on my keyboard, get out my draw tool like that, and something like that. Let's listen to that. It's way too loud in velocity, but like that sounds cool. And I'm not saying that doing snare rolls or doing snare like one shots and stuff like that is unique or anything like that. I'm just saying that don't be so limited in the fact that every beat has to have their snare on the 2 and the 4, and then in between that's the perks. Like sometimes just experiment. What would happen if you had 2 hi-hat tracks instead of 1 hi-hat track? Something like that. Just go crazy with things. So I just briefly mentioned 2 hi-hat tracks in something that I kind of like did for the first time this morning, and it was so fire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this first top hi-hat track, and I'm gonna choose a new sound. And it's going to be a very like, it's a very like basic sound. Oh, 21 Savage kit, and I'm going to get the bad guy hit. Hear that hi-hat? Such a classic hi-hat. So it's going, it's actually keeping the metronome, like it's the same as a metronome. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of that, and I'm going to join them all together. And then down here on the bottom, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this second hit back on. So we have So we have this bottom track playing twice as fast as the other one, and it's going to be a lot shorter of a hi-hat. Let's look for a good one. So with a little bit of leveling, I made the first main hi-hat that's going I made that one louder, quite a bit louder, and the background one that's going twice as fast is a little bit quieter. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, so now we're going to go on the second one that is kind of shorter, and we're just going to add like little extra notes to it. And that's a very different hi-hat pattern than you normally have. But, I mean, just go for it. Just do interesting things. Be creative. Don't think you always have to stick with the basic system. Really cool. A lot of people say that sidechaining is bad, and I just want to quick say I've done sidechaining all of the time on my beats, and I really like it on my melodies. In my opinion, just the way that it just like subtly pumps in the background just sounds really good to me. Like I could have cranked it way harder. It just kind of gives the effect of just a little bit more action, a little bit more motion. I'm gonna join all those clips together, and I think it's time to arrange. So check out my arranging video in the top corner. I'm gonna get into it. Okay, I'm gonna play the final mixed version of this beat in the outro. But if you like this video, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see another video in the comment section. I'd love to check all that out. I check out every single one of your comments. I try to reply to every single one. I have videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Live streams on Saturday. I'm doing crazy stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just so thankful for all the support I've had recently. I want to say thank you guys. See you guys later. Woo!